4 raised to the power of x plus 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z equals 336. Find x, y, z. Hi there, this is Daily Mathematics, and today we have this very interesting question here to solve. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. Solution. So the first thing we're going to do, solution. So the first thing we're going to do, we have 4 raised to the power of x, right, plus 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z equals 336. Now what are we going to do here? Now the first thing we're going to do is to multiply this part of the equation by 4 raised to the power of x over 4 raised to the power of x. Now this is a step I'm trying to take. If you are solving a question similar, you can use any one of it. So you can use 4 raised to the power of y over 4 raised to the power of y. Why? Because when we cancel for this and this, it gives us 1. 4 raised to the power of x divided by 4 raised to the power of x gives us 1. So it is accepted, right? So from here we have 4 raised to the power of x, right? From here we can split it to be 4 raised to the power of x over 4 raised to the power of x plus 4 raised to the power of y over 4 raised to the power of y, right, plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of z, then equals 336, right? Good. So from here, what do we have? We have 4 raised to the power of x equals 4 raised to the power of x divided by 4 raised to the power of x is 1 plus 4 raised to the power of y, right? So we can now join it back. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be 4 raised to the power of x, 4 raised to the power of x, sorry. So we can now join it back to be 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of x, right, equals 336. Equals 336, right? So from here, what is the next thing we're going to do? So from here, 336, what's 336? You can divide it, you can find the factors. 336, 2 in 336 is 168. 2 in 168 is 84. 2 in 84 is 42. 2 in 42 is 21. And then 3 in 21 is 7 here 1. So we can now say 336 is 2 times 2 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 16, that's 16 times 21. So we can now say 4 raised to the power of x equals 1, right, plus 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of x equals 16 times 21, right? So from here we can now equate this one. Sorry, there's no equal to here. This is multiplication. So from here we can now equate this one to a number here, to a factor here, and equate this one to a factor here. But how do we know what number to equate to a factor now? We can see here that this is even number, right? This is odd number, this is even number, right? And this is also even number, and this is odd number, right? So from here we can equate the even number to the even number, and odd number plus even number will give us an odd number. So from here we equate it to be 4 raised to the power of x equals 16, and 1 plus 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of x equals 21, right? So from here, what's the next thing for us to do? So from here we can see 4 raised to the power of x equals 16 is 4 raised to the power of 2. And so remember that when we have a raised to the power of m equals a raised to the power of n, when the bases are the same, the power equate themselves, m equals n, right? So from here, x equals 2. So we found the value of x already. X equals 2. So from here, what do we do here? We can bring out this one. 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of x equals 21. Then this is plus 1, it crosses minus 1. Then this will now give us 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of x equals 20, right? Equals 20, where we can now cross multiply. And we'll have 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z equals 20 times. Now 4 raised to the power of x, 4 raised to the power of x equals 4 raised to the power of 2, that's 16. So 20 times 16, right? So from here, what do we have? We have 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z equals, now 20 times 16 is 320, right? So the step we took in this place where we divided, we multiplied this part of the equation, the step we took here, we multiplied this part of the equation by 4 raised to the power of x divided by 4 raised to the power of x. We're going to do the same here. So from here, I want to multiply this place by 4 raised to the power of y over 4 raised to the power of y. 4 raised to the power of y cancel is still the same thing, so it's allowed. So from here, we'll split it still. We have 4 raised to the power of y bracket 4 raised to the power of y over 4 raised to the power of y, right, plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of y equals 320, right? So from here we'll have 4 raised to the power of y bracket 4 raised to the power of y divided by 4 raised to the power of y, that's 1, plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of y equals, now 320, what are the factors of 320? We come again, just like what we did here, up here, we'll do it the same way. We have 320, 2 in 320 we have 160, 2 in 160 we have 80, 2 in 80 we have 40, 2 in 40 we have 20, 2 in 20 we have 10, 2 in 10 we have 5, right? Then 5 we have 1. So what's it giving us? 2 times 2 4, 4 times 2 8, 8 times 2 16, 16 times 2 32, 32 times 2 64. That's giving us 64 times 5. So we have equals 64 times 5, right? So from here we can see that this is even number because we have to equate this place to a factor and this place to a factor, and this is odd number, this is even, and this is even, and this is odd, right? So from here what do we do? We equate this even to even. That's 4 raised to the power of y equals 64, right? And from here we equate this 1 plus 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of y equals 5, right? So from here what do we do next? 4 raised to the power of y equals 64 is 4 raised to the power of 3. And what we did here, the law we said here, a raised to the power of m equals a raised to the power of n, m equals n because the bases are the same. So from here we have the same thing here, so y will equal 3, right? So we now have the value of y here, and here we now have, we'll bring this on here, we now have 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of y equals 5, this 5 plus 1 crosses, it changes to minus 1. So from here we have 4 raised to the power of z over 4 raised to the power of y equals 4, right? And from here we will cross multiply. After cross multiplying we have 4 raised to the power of z equals 4 times 4 raised to the power of y. 4 raised to the power of y here equals 4 raised to the power of 3, and 4 raised to the power of 3 is 64. So y equals 4 times 64, right? Right? So from here what do we have? We have 4 raised to the power of z equals, now this is 4 raised to the power of 1 times 64 is 4 raised to the power of 3, right? And remember when we have a raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n, when the bases are the same, we'll add the powers. We'll have a raised to the power of m plus n, right? So from here what do we have? We have 4 raised to the power of z equals 4, right, raised to the power of 1 plus 3. That's 4 raised to the power of z equals 4 raised to the power of 4, right? And remember this law, when the bases are the same, a raised to the power of m equals a raised to the power of n, we equate the powers. So from here we equate the powers, z equals 4, right? Good. So from here we can see that x here is 2, y is 3, z is 4. So x, y, z equals 2, 3, 4, right? So we come to the question here and we'll say x, right, x, y, z equals 2, 3, 4, right? So how do we now check our solvings whether it's correct? How do we now check? So let's check, let's verify, right? So let's verify. So from the first equation, the equation says 4 raised to the power of x, so let's put it down. 4 raised to the power of x, right, plus 4 raised to the power of y plus 4 raised to the power of z equals 336. Now let's do it. 4 raised to the power of x, that's 4 raised to the power of 2 plus 4 raised to the power of y, that's 4 raised to the power of 3, plus 4 raised to the power of z, that's 4 raised to the power of 4. Now, will it give us 336? Now, 4 raised to the power of 2, that's 4 squared, which is 16, plus 4 cubed, which is 64, plus 4 raised to the power of 4. What is 4 raised to the power of 4? Now, 4 raised to the power of 4 is 256. That's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. That's 256. Now, if we add it together, 256 plus 64 plus 16 equals, now this is giving us 6, 1, and we have here, this is 6, 12, 13, 3 raised to the power of 3 remainder 1, and we have 3. So it's giving us 336, which makes our answer correct for this equation. This brings us to the end of this equation. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave your genuine thoughts about this video. Thank you very much.